Okay, so now we're ready to check over our simple, compound, or complex sentences. So just a reminder, simple means it's one independent clause, one complete sentence. Compound means it's two independent clauses put together with a fanboy's conjunction. So two independent clauses connected by a conjunction. And then complex means it has one independent part, so one complete part, and one dependent part, one part that needs more information to make sense. So if I look at number 6, it says they used peach baskets, so it was called basketball. First thing I do, I look for a comma and a conjunction. So I saw a fanboy, so, and then I saw a comma, so I circled those. Now I'm going to look at both sides and determine whether it's independent, complete, or it's dependent. It needs more information. So let's look at this side. They used peach baskets. That makes sense. It is independent. And if I look at this side, it was called basketball. That's a complete statement too, so that's another independent. So I have two independents connected by a fanboy. That's going to be a compound sentence. Okay, now number 7. Instead of basketballs, they used soccer balls at first. So I look for a comma or a conjunction. Don't see a conjunction, but I see a comma, so I'm going to check both sides. So let's look at this part. Instead of basketballs. If someone came up to me and said, instead of basketballs, I'm not going to understand what they're talking about. I'm going to need more information. So that's going to be dependent. Needs more to make sense. Let's look at this side. They used soccer balls at first. That's a complete thought. So that part is independent. So I have a dependent part and an independent part. That means it's going to be complex. Okay, number 8. Since you only need a ball and a net, basketball is easy to play. So I look for a comma or a fanboy. I see a comma, so I've got to check both sides. So let's look at this part. Since you only need a ball and a net. If someone came up to me and said, since you only need a ball and a net, that's not really going to make sense. I'm going to need more information, so that's going to be dependent. And this side, basketball is easy to play. If someone came up to me and said that, that's going to make sense, so it's going to be independent. So again, I have a dependent part and an independent part. So if I look up here, that's going to be complex. All right, now number 9. Michael Jordan is probably the greatest basketball player. So I look for a comma or a fanboy. I don't see one in this sentence. It's just one complete thought, one independent clause. So if I look up here at my key, that means it's going to be simple. It's just one independent clause. So it's simple. And then last one, number 10. Although it started out as a men's sport, it is now very popular with girls and women. So I look for a comma or a fanboy. I don't see a fanboy conjunction, but I do see a comma. So now I'm going to check both sides. Although it started out as a men's sport. If someone came up to me and said that, that's not going to make sense to me. I'm going to need more information. So that part is dependent. Let's check the other side. It is now very popular with girls and women. That part makes sense. It's a complete thought. So that means this side's going to be independent. So I have a dependent part and an independent part. If I look up here, that's going to be complex. It has an independent and a dependent. So hopefully you did good. I will talk to you guys in a little while.